Welcome back. So let's now look at the navigation bar, the menu. So let me do the structure. So we have it there. It's already saved. And so what are we creating? We are creating a navigation bar. So we'll call it a nav bar. Now inside the body here, we'll create some navigation bar. You see how it will appear once we are done. So let's begin. We'll start with putting some content on this page. So let me use an ordered list. I'll use an ordered list tag. So inside this an ordered list tag, that's where I'm going to now create a list. So we will now be sorry, that needs to be here. So now we will have to list. So let's say our first list, we said it has to be okay. The first one is home tab. Okay, so I would copy this and paste quite a number of them. Okay, I'm just pasting. Maybe these are enough. I think I have more than enough. Yeah. So if this first is about home, then let's say this other one is about us. Then let's say the other one talks about departments. Departments. Then we can also talk about this one. We can say programs. The programs. Okay. Then we can also have another tab that we can say contact us. Okay, so maybe we can put contact us. Okay, so if someone want to contact us, where can they click on some of those? Yeah, so we have created this is just the menu that we have created. If I save this and just open it in a browser just to see, for now the content doesn't look any good. It will not appear to be of any value. As you can see there, it doesn't seem to be some sort of organized stuff. So there it is. Not very good, but we'll try to make it better. So what else can we do? Well, let's put some links to these pages that we are creating. So let me do some link here. So I'll use the anchor tag. Yes, I'll use the anchor tag there. So because we want this to be in the middle, so allow me to pick this. And so the home itself is going to be a link. So for now, we'll just put hash there. Sorry. Inside the href there, which is hyperreference, hyperlink, we are going to just put the hash, and allow me to do the same to all these tab menus that we have. So I'll copy that, then allow me to just paste on each one of these. Okay, like that. And I'll do the same with the closing anchor tag. I'll have to copy that closing anchor tag and paste it at the end of each one of these tags. Okay, so there it is. Wow, so we have it. If I save this, you see that this text now has got something. And let me just refresh the page. You've seen that the text has changed to blue, so there is a pointer there, so showing that these have some content. So now let's begin this way. Sorry about that. What is this now? Okay, let's now bring in the aspect of CSS that we really talked about, just to see how this will begin appearing. So we go inside the head tag and introduce a style tag. This is internal CSS. So there I have, it will give me the type, file type, and everything else. And now inside here is where I will begin working. So to begin with, I will start with a universal universal selector. So I'll put my universal selector there, and then the curly brackets. So what do I want for this page? Well, I want the background color of this page to be, I don't know why I like gray so much. I'll put that it will be gray, and then I will also say, I think the margin, what is that? I didn't pick the correct thing. So I'm saying the margin, I think I'll give it 0 pixels. Yeah, I'll just put it at 0 pixels. So the margin will be at 0 pixels. The margin will be at 0 pixels. What about padding? I'm sure you recall the aspects of padding. We were doing padding in the tables. So padding, I'll still first of all set everything at 0. So once I save this code that I've put, the CSS code, I go to my browser, refresh this page. You've seen that the background is actually blue. No, the background is gray. So now the background has changed. So let's begin working on our navigation bar. Before we do much in the navigation bar, allow me to just put something here. I'll put a div, a division. So I'll put a div here. So this is going to be I'll put this div and give it a class. So this is going to be so the class of this div is going to be, let me say, just a nav. I'll call it nav1. Okay, let me just close this with a closing div. Sorry, a closing div. There it is. Alright, save that, and then let's now look at our code. Let's do some coding. So I can either copy or just type this somewhere. So copy that and then just paste it here. So there, remember it's actually this is actually what it's a class. So the class usually has to start with a dot, then at the end, that's why we have, so a dot should be here. So I'll put a dot there, and then that kind of a thing. So inside this curly bracket now, we'll look at what we want for this particular navigation bar that we want. So we'll give it a background color. So let's give our navigation bar a background color. Let's give it a green. So we'll give it green. And what else can we do in this? Let's align the text. Let's do text alignment. So text, let's do text align. So where are we aligning this text? Let's center it. Yeah, so let's center the text. What else can we do? For now, let's just look at what we've done before we proceed further. So we go and refresh this page. Okay, so there we are. The text is aligned in the middle, but the background color to this navigation bar is not done. What could be the problem? Text align, okay, navigation there. That could be the problem to this. We have to check nav1. That's how it is. It's here, nav1. And okay, background color, there it is. Is it the, let's try to shorten this to something shorter. Well, probably it can help us. Wow, let me check. I think there should be an issue here. Let me remove this code, this part from here, so that we do not have conflicts. Then let me just give, let me do a body. So this is another selector, which is element selector. So inside the body, that's where I think I'll put the background color, so that we do not have conflicts there. Okay, so we will save this, then try to load this page. Well, there it is. So now we have the green background for these tabs, but they are not yet looking any good. So we really need to do more on this. So now the next thing is I want to target the I want to target this part. I'm done with now I want to look at this, the unordered list. This, how should this unordered list display on this page? So there, then I'll say okay, I'm still going to go with the nav1, but now my specific target is actually an ordered list. So this unordered list, how should it be? Well, I want to display it, the display, I'm interested in the display, so it must be inline, inline flex. So I want it to be an inline flex attribute. And the list, you see here that as it appears, it doesn't appear very well, so I'll have to deal with its appearance. So then I'll say list style. The list style that I want here is actually none, so the list style is none. Yeah, the list style is none. Let me try to save and then try to reload this page and see how it will appear after that. So you've seen now that it's no longer a block but displayed in that order. Everything is lumped together. It doesn't look well still, so a lot has to be done for this page to look better, for the navigation bar to look alive. So now we were dealing with this, I was dealing with this part. Now I want to go inside here and see what else can I do inside there. I want to space out some stuff. So I'd love to copy that. And then paste it here. But in addition, now I want to go further and look at the li, and inside there, what am I doing? I want to give some width to this particular stuff. So I'll say I think 120 pixels is okay for me. Maybe I can also say I think padding, the space in between the text, should also be considered. So that should be, I think I'll give it 15 pixels. Okay, 15 pixels. You can give it 15, you can give it 10. It doesn't really matter, but it has to be a reasonable space anyway. Then the margin, I also have to deal with the margin at this stage. The margin property for that, I can still assign 15 pixels for the margin. So let me save, ladies and gentlemen. If you have followed me well, now I want to refresh and reload this page. and see what happens. Well, nothing is happening. Did I save my browser? Sorry, my page. Did I save this part? Okay, width 120 pixels, and something is not right there. Have you seen? We didn't terminate that particular line. Termination is very important with a semicolon that allows you to actually terminate a line, just like you are terminating in programming. You are terminating with a number of codes there. I'm sure you're familiar with such terms as terminating a line of coding. So now we can go back to this, and then reload this page. Wow, there you are. You've seen it. It's looking good, but I don't like the lines here. These things here, I don't need them on that. So these lines are coming from actually the link. So it's the link that has created that. So the anchor tag is what I'm targeting. So I'll copy that again, because now I'm going further than what I did where I ended. Now I have to look at the other stuff. So there we are. In this case, I want to also involve the anchor tag. What is it that I want to do to the anchor tag? So in the anchor tag, I don't need text decorations. So say text decoration, the attribute there is actually none. So none is the attribute for text decoration. If I do not put the decoration, then I need to assign a wonderful color to this. So what is the color? So say okay, the text color. What color do I assign to this? Wow, text color. Let me say let the text color be red. Okay, so the text color is now red. I've given it red. That's my text color for this particular coding. So let's go back and refresh or reload the page. So you have seen now that they are all actually appearing somewhat different. The menu is right in the middle. We have no problem putting it right in the middle. So far so good, I guess so. Something has to be done. We need now to consider if you move the cursor here, for example, as I move the cursor on home, about us, department, you've noted that some websites, these tabs, these menus will be able to change, right? They'll be able to give you some color. Yes, that is possible. So that's where I'm now going to head to. So I want something that should happen now as I do that. By the way, allow me to say home tab should always remain active. So it's where I have home tab here, I'll put another class. So I'll say class. This class is going to be active. So I want that particular home tab to be active. All right, and we'll assign a specific color to any active tab or menu on our navigation bar. So now this time I'll start with let me say okay, I'll pick the active. So it is active. I'll begin with the active part. Then I'm free to copy this part because I'm now going inside there. Remember, active is slightly on top, slightly there, and then it has to be followed with that. So active is here. Now I'm going inside that. So I want a tab that is select the first, which is home tab, which has been assigned that attribute, and then I want to look at these two. They all have to be, when they are active, when you move a cursor around them, what should happen? So what will allow me is this a syntax called hover. Okay, I'm just typing the text there, so there's going to be that kind of syntax called hover. So when I hover the cursor over these elements, what do I need to have? Well, let me see. I want a background color, I think hot pink. Hot let me say pink. Okay. Okay, let me just say hot pink. I like hot pink at this stage. So that's the color that I want. When I save this, you notice that it will have some text decoration. There will be hot pink, and let me also put some borders. So I can say I want the border radius there. Border radius, I think a smaller one of 3 pixels is enough. Wow, let's save and see how far we've gone in our design of this website. Okay, so I'm just loading that page. It's taking a while to load. There we are. You've seen now that home tab, because this is the page where we are, it's very active. It is actually with this hot pink. But when I move my cursor to about us, you've seen what is happening now. We have, these are becoming active. They are now responsive. That's what it means to design a responsive and dynamic site. So this now is responsive. It's able to respond to the movement of the cursor. When I point there, it does that. Point there, it does that. So basically that's what it is we've done so far. So far so good. Things are okay. Maybe we can look at some other stuff there. What else can we do if we wanted to customize some things? Maybe we can deal with the navigation itself and see how we can maneuver with especially the background file thing. Well, remember that what we created, this is going to be a long one. I don't want to cut it because we need to discuss and keep that line of thought alive. So I want to add a few things here, ladies and gentlemen. Inside this this first tag, first list of about us, I want to put some content inside there. So we'll introduce another listing tag there. So now under about us, let's say first thing that someone should see is our vision. Okay, our vision is there. Let me just copy this again, just as I did in the earlier one. I would love to just put 3 items there. So we have the vision, then maybe we can say our mission, then we can also say our motto, right? Yeah, remember, maybe you're designing a website for the school, for the institution. They need to have a vision, you need to have a mission statement, and then the motto. Yeah, so we have these here. So now you have seen that our CSS was ending here on the list. Now we have another list inside the list. Inside this list we now have this particular kind of list, and we have an ordered list tag and a list tag. So if we are to capture that and apply that particular syntax to whatever we are doing and have some effect on that, then we really need to target that. So let's see how we target this one now using our selector. So where are we? What no, I've deleted something that I did not want to delete. I deleted the brace there. So where are we? We are actually in the nav. Sorry, this is a class. So we have in the we are in nav 1. Now inside nav 1, we know we are dealing with we had this. We also had the list. But now I want to go deeper into the other unordered list tag there. Now, what is the behavior of this other part that I'm looking at now? The list. This part, ladies and gentlemen, this unordered list I've put here is not actually for the first one. It is for the sub menu that is inside here. This sub menu here. This is the one that you are able to see up there. Okay, so in this sub menu, what do I want to do with the sub menu? First of all, I do not before I save that okay, let's just go on. I put something. So what do I want? I want the display to be none. Maybe before I put anything there, I want to save this so that you see something before that code comes in, because you will not see the difference. So when I save, you have seen here that the sub menu that are there, these ones, vision, mission, they are in that order. So I do not want them to appear that way. It doesn't look good. So first of all, inside there I'll say the display is actually display property is none. I do not want anything there. So I will save that syntax and that code, and then we can reload. So you have seen that when I go on about us, there's nothing. So the display has actually disappeared. So the next thing is I'll still copy this same one. I'm still interested in that part. Now we want to make things work here. So what do I want? What I want is when I hover on this, I will stop at this and then say when I hover over the sub menu, when I move my cursor over the sub menu, what do I want to see appearing there? Well, I want to see it being displayed in a block. Okay, I want the content to be displayed in a block once I hover on that particular part. As it appears in the block, I want it to be, I think, maybe the background and position. So let me start with the position. Let the position be something that is absolute. Okay, absolute position, and then it must be, the background here should be transparent. I want a transparent background. So background here should be transparent, yeah, visible enough. Then let's also deal with the top margin. So the top margin, let me say margin, the top margin here should be okay. I like 15 space is enough, 15 pixels. And then the other thing is maybe margin left. That was top, so we can deal with margin left. Okay, so I can still come here and complete that attribute because it's not giving me the option that I want. So I'll say left, margin left. Okay, margin left. The margin left property there is actually going to be maybe let me just put a negative 15 so that it cancels so well. 15 is okay. I can also go ahead and put some border radius. Border radius, that one. This time around, border radius, it is still a small one of 3 pixels. That's enough for the border radius. Oh, there it is. So let me save this that I've done. So here I'm targeting now the sub menu. So the sub menu is what I want to see how it will be displaying. Then I have to refresh this page. Remember when I added that attribute of CSS code of none, display none, it was not displaying anything, but this time around I expect something to happen. Apparently maybe something is not right. Let me just check. Did I save my work? So it's a nav bar, that one, and then hover. When I hover there, and then display in block, position absolute, and border radius, that one. Position is absolute, transparent, margin, and so on. But now I don't know why it is failing to display something. Apparently I did not save. Let me just save once again, just to be sure, just in case something was not properly done. Okay, so let's see if it will load well. Oh, there it is now. You can see that when I hover around about us, I'm able to see the vision, I'm able to see the mission, I'm able to see motto. So these now, they are active. These are very, very active, these ones. And they are doing quite well. They are doing quite well, these ones. So I think all is well. If I want to extend the same to the department, program, and everything, now everything is set. I will not go and do the CSS for those, but what I will do is I'll just have to copy this and paste it inside there so that I can have the same pattern. For example, if I come here, I'll come inside here, and then I'll say, okay, even on departments, I can also have something like this. This is under department, so department I can even edit. I'll say we have education. Okay, we have mathematics. Sorry, is that the way mathematics is written? Then we also have expressive arts. Okay, we have expressive arts department, just this department, 3 of them. So I'll save that. Once I save and I go to my browser, I refresh it or reload the page. Once it reloads, then you notice that it is going to have this, and then here it will have education, it will have mathematics, it will have expressive arts. Wow, very good. Maybe something else that can be done here. Is there anything that can be done? Maybe on the lists. Maybe on the lists. So I'll go back and do one last syntax. I'll copy this one up to there. Please, you need to play back this video time and again so that you don't miss a point. So there we are. I ended on an ordered list, but I want to go deep into the lists of items. These ones here. I want to go into these ones here now. The syntax was ending here, but now I want to go further and target that part. So I'll add the LI here. I'll say LI. So what do I want when I hover on this this one? When I hover on this one, what I want is that the border, there should be a bottom border. So I want to put border. So the border I want is the border which is at the bottom, And how should this border be? Let me give it I think 3 pixels, the 3 pixels, and then it must be dotted. It must be dotted. Let it be dotted. Okay, my computer was processing something. These odd machines. So it's actually dotted. It has even refused to give me the other option. I don't know. I was hoping it was going to guide me somehow. There we are. So it's actually dotted, and allow me to save. Oh, there we are. We have saved. If I go into the browser and then refresh this page, ladies and gentlemen, and then move on to this, you've seen now that there are lines dotted at the bottom here. There are all these lines that are dotted at the bottom, except this we've not added any content. Let's just quickly add some content there. We will be quick about that content, so allow me to just copy this this part, then I'll have to drop it here. Yep. Okay. Okay, brand, Gordon, memory, Zipporah, Ruth. Please don't get lost as we are doing this. You have this video, so you can consult the video from time to time. Edward, I'm sure you're following, and everyone else. Then Aubrey, please pay attention to what has happened here. It has been quite long. This is the longest recording I've done with. I think it will even take a lot of MBs, a lot of space, but you can still follow through this. I'm sure if you take your time to pause play, this one is very nice because you will not miss anything. Even if you miss it, you can still play back as many times as possible. So you can still play it back, play it several times. Especially people like Mumba Alice and Geraldine, they'll find it difficult to navigate around it. But anyway, you can see now that all these are active. Yeah, they're active. So although they look the same thing, but the concept is what is important. How we created this, how we created that, how we created that. Ladies and gentlemen, well, for today, allow me to take a break because I've talked too much. I've said a lot. But I hope you will enjoy it. You will take your time to navigate through. You will be going back to these codes from time to time, and then pay attention to the internal CSS that we have here. The stuff that is here is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So once you look at the way the codes are from there, we have the universal a selector, then we have all these selectors. Sorry about that, it moved so quickly. So all these actually representing what I earlier introduced about the type of selectors that we have. So I'm just trying to take you through this, show you the codes that we have for the body. For each to 10 gray, that's the syntax of a CSS we had put. Then we began with a navigation, so the .nav1 there is actually a class, and that class is here. I created a class in the division here in the div, so there is this class. This class starts from there and actually ends at the end of this whole thing. It is actually at the bottom here. It's failing to review. My system, my computer is stuck, but something that you see there. All right. Here it is. So this is the closing type for the div. So it starts from up there to the bottom. I've not made any division before you get confused with so many divisions, but from I think going forward we will be able to create as many divisions as possible, as many classes as possible, as many IDs as possible, just to practice on all these things. But here there's nothing much that I did apart from just this is the main list. Now inside the list I also create another menu, from that menu another menu, and basically that's it. So this syntax, the whole lot of this, if I were to pause here, just this part, the way you see this is exactly what is happening everywhere. It ends there, it starts from there, again another list with its own sub menu. This is the main menu that was there, then under this I created this, and it is closing up with this. So the opening one is this one here, it is the opening tag for this list, and it is closing here. But inside this department, now I've created another list here, an ordered list with education, mathematics, expressive arts. So these are some of the things that I have done, ladies and gentlemen. You may also have to read about this and see how best you can interact with the material online, as well as my tutorials. So when you visit my YouTube channel, you will be able to get hold of this video. It will be ready, I think, anytime from now. The fact that you are watching it, you have already downloaded it. Thank you so much. I was speaking as though I'm talking to you face to face. I love speaking to you face to face, but this is also one way I would put myself into your mind, and also that we are close and we are communicating, we are interacting. So this is what you and me have created, though you've not been there to speak to me, but I know you are there and you are following. So this is what basically we've done. So thank you so much for listening, and God bless you. See you again.